Hi everyone. This is a continuation of writing and publishing series that I'm doing. This is video number 3. I'm Allison. No kids are sitting in with me on this video today. I hope you're not disappointed. I want to continue talking about clustering, which is what I discussed in the last video. I recommended this book, Writing the Natural Way by Gabrielle Rico. So hopefully you were able to check this out. This goes into detail about clustering, which, if you want to call it brainstorming, be my guest. Another book I wanted to recommend is How to Write a Movie in 21 Days by Vicki King. Very good book, also recommended by a professor, and it helped me in writing my first screenplay. I wanted to show you an example of what clustering looks like. So this was something I worked on. I know, a mess. That's the clustering. Ended up writing this poem, Fruitful Tension, from it. And the great thing about clustering is it can pull things together that you normally wouldn't associate, which helps you with being creative. So again, you could call it brainstorming if you want, but the difference is with clustering, you're going into the detail of texture, you're getting into smells. I don't know if I've ever worked on brainstorming where you go that deep, but that's one of the differences with clustering. I wanted to give some more information about writing your outline. Whenever I write a book, especially when you're working on something like a novel, you want to sit down and write an outline. And in that outline, you want to start with, it's simple, your chapters. Chapter 1, Chapter 2, Chapter 3, Chapter 4. Chapter 1. What is Chapter 1 going to be about? And you can write your notes, go down, and complete as far as you can go. The reality is, even though you're outlining your chapters and putting your short sentences about what the chapters are going to be about, all of that is probably going to change drastically when you get to the final product, when you get to that final version of your book. And that's okay. But outlining helps you get started. Sometimes when you get to your laptop and you'll sit there and you'll say, ooh, how am I going to get started? What am I going to write about? But having an outline says, okay, Chapter 1, I'm going to talk about what my experience was when I went to heaven. This is just a hypothetical. And then Chapter 2, I'm going to write about what was there, what the people looked like. Chapter 3, Chapter 4, Chapter 5. Before you know it, you'll be at Chapter 10. Before you know it, you might be at Chapter 15. I will give a little bit of advice. I don't think it's necessary to give titles to your chapters. That's in the outline process and in general, especially when you're writing fiction. I worked with an editor and I took the time to sit and really write out titles for my chapters. And the editor said, why would you limit your chapter to being about this? You're giving things away and then you're putting the content in a box. You're putting the reader kind of in this box of saying, this is what the chapter is about, instead of leaving it as a blank canvas so that their imagination can fill in the blanks and take it there and go on the ride with you. So that is a suggestion. And I would say really that's going to be for when you're writing fiction. Sometimes in nonfiction, I think titles are more useful. So we've talked about clustering, aka brainstorming. We talked about outlining. And if you have any questions about clustering, outlining, any of the books, how to get started, please send me a message on my blog site, which is www.mominks.com. That's www.mominks.com. I really want to connect with you, hear from you. If you have any questions on how to get started, if you want me to talk about something, I would love to incorporate it into my videos. Have a great day and a wonderful week. A happy early Valentine's Day to you. Take care.